Hello, fellow citizens and taxpayers. Today's Doge report comes to you courtesy of Senator Rand Paul's annual Festivus report. Now, I want you to understand this video is not satire. I repeat, this is not a joke. These are actual items that we as taxpayers have already obligated ourselves for because that money is spent, okay? And this is just a small fraction of those items that are there. And if you want to fact check me, just Google 2024 Rand Paul Festivus report, and you can find these for yourself as well. So I'm going to go through these rather quickly. Please watch until the end because number 25, it's just stupid. All right, number one, we've been spending $10 billion a year on maintaining empty federal office buildings. Number two, we gave the city of Las Vegas a $12 million grant to build a pickleball complex. Number three, the State Department spent $330,000 censoring conservative media. Number four, Health and Human Services gave $2 million for a study to see how kids reacted to food advertisements on Facebook. Number five, $8 million in stolen COVID relief funds was used by a Florida man to buy an island, a private island. Number six, cocaine and lonely rats. The National Institutes of Health spent $419,470 to see if lonely rats were more likely to use cocaine than social rats. Newsflash, the lonely rats used more drugs than the social rats. Number seven, $15.5 billion was spent by the Department of Energy trying to convince us to buy electric cars we don't want. Number eight, $4.8 million for Ukrainian influencers. Don't know what the hell we're doing that for. Number nine, $365,000 for a circus. The National Endowment for the Arts spent $365,000 promoting circuses in public parks. All right, number 10, $3 million for girl-centered climate action in Brazil. The government spent $3 million trying to promote climate activism by women in Brazil, or girls in Brazil. How stupid can we be? All right, $873,000 to fund films in the country of Jordan. Why would we do such a thing? All right, we're about halfway done. Number 12, $345,000 to fight terrorism with soccer. I guess we're going to teach terrorists to play soccer instead of being terrorists. That's just a bad idea and a huge waste of money. Number 13, we gave $700 million to a failed trucking company. You know, those funds should have went to disaster relief for those impacted by the hurricanes and the wildfires this year. Instead, that money was given to a trucking company that failed, and it's never to be returned. Number 14, $288,000 for diversity in bird watching. The National Science Foundation spent $288,563 to try and make bird watching groups more diverse. Well, what are we going to do next? Equity and stamp collecting? Now, number 15 is absolutely ridiculous, $892 billion in interest payments on our national debt. That's just interest payments. We're not paying anything off. We've all of a sudden became the uncle with 27 maxed out credit cards and bad credit. Number 16, we gave $500,000 to Ethiopia so they could expand their social media presence. Number 17, $7 million for magic-related projects. $7 million was spent on various magic-related projects, including a podcast about American magical belief. So what are we going to do next? Are we going to fund Hogwarts as well? Number 18, we spent $2.1 million for border security in the country of Paraguay. Meanwhile, we can't secure our own border. Number 19, $385,000 was spent for a giant 16-foot pigeon statue in New York City. I cannot imagine why somebody would want to put up a statue of a pigeon. We all know what pigeons do. They make a mess, and now we're putting up statues to those birds who make messes. What a huge waste of money. We also spent $20 million for fertilizer research abroad, meaning we did fertilizer research in Pakistan, Vietnam, Colombia, and Brazil. How about we keep that money for our American farmers? All right, number 21, we did spend $2.2 million on COVID experiments on cats. Number 22, we spent $123,000 to teach viral videos in the country of Kyrgyzstan. I think I got that right. $123,066 spent teaching Kyrgyzstan kids how to make viral videos. I'm sure that's exactly what their country needs, are a bunch of kids running around staring at their smartphones. All right, here's number 23, $1.5 million to spin kittens for science. $1.5 million was spent on spinning kittens to study motion sickness. Please make me understand how there is any scientific value to that at all. What a huge waste of money. Number 24, $720,479 for Mexican duck conservation. Meanwhile, our American ducks, they didn't get a dime. All right, number 25, the last one, $20 million for Sesame Street in Iraq. U.S. aid spent $20 million on a Sesame Street reboot in Iraq. Now, these things that I've just listed off off here are a fraction of the $1 trillion in wasted money last year alone. And as I said, this is not satire. So if you want to go ahead and see if these are real and fact check me, feel free. Just go ahead and Google Rand Paul Festivus Report 2024, and you can dive into this as much as you want and see how bad your government has been wasting your money. So thanks for following. We hope Doge does a great job of getting rid of this wasteful spending so we as taxpayers can reduce what we have to pay to the federal government. We can take care of ourselves and our family.